Hi, I'm Bruce Blitz, and welcome to Cartooning with Blitz. Now, I've got a question to ask you. What were the first drawings ever found on the walls of caves? Well, if you said food, you'd be right. Like this? No, not quite like this. Couldn't be like this because, well, first of all, peas weren't invented, and couldn't be French fries either because, well, France wasn't invented, so. Plus, this looks a little rare. I'd send that back. No, it was before it looked like that, like buffalo and wild boar. Well, that's how they expressed themselves back then, by drawing on the walls of caves, and that's how we're going to express ourselves right now. We're going to draw cartoon animals. And for our feature of the day, we've got a special one for you. We're going to go to Orlando, Florida, to SeaWorld. So stay tuned for that. I know you'll enjoy it. You'll be my special guest. And for our doodle tricks, animal doodle tricks. They're fun and easy to do. Stay tuned. I know you'll enjoy it. Now, for our first animal, we're going to draw kind of a silly creature called the opossum. Now, the O is dropped. People just refer to them as possum. So we'll draw that, and it starts with a couple shapes. Now, stay with me. It's very easy. I'm going to use my pencil. Start with two circles. One right there, and one right here like this. And a couple lines like this for his feet. We'll make a shape there. And there you have it. There's his arm, and his other hand will be peeking out this way holding something. Now, I got to tell you, I'm going to switch to marker on this. The possum's not a real bright animal, and I was reading about them, and they're kind of silly and not real intelligent, although they do a couple things that are pretty smart, I think. There's his nose, and he's kind of a mixture of a lot of different animals, they say. He's got a snout there, a little bit like a fox. He's got a little pink nose and whiskers. And he's got sleepy eyes. Now, sleepy eyes because he's a nocturnal animal, which means he's up at night. And if you see him up in the daytime, he's usually looking very sleepy because he's not supposed to be up. And he's a marsupial, which means he's related to the kangaroo, which means he's got a pouch. And that's where the babies are for the females. And we put little ears. Now, they say they got ears like bats. So it's got a snout like a fox, ears like a bat, and some fur like this. All right, now, and they're about the size of a cat. Now, I'm putting a lot of fur on it like this. And for the arm, a lot of fur coming down this way, and this arm is just hanging out. And fingers, believe it or not, like a human. Same thing with the toes. So put some silly toes like this, and some feet, and some hair, and a tail, believe it or not, like a monkey. So we'll just double this line and come back here and put some lines in it for some detail and a little shadowing. All right. Pretty cute, huh? And some spots, maybe some dazed looks, because dazed stars, and I'm holding a flashlight because he's walking around in the nighttime trying to find his way around. And here's a flashlight, which is nothing more than a rectangle shape with a cone in the end. And some reflection, and some grass, and there you have it. Now I'm going to erase the pencil lines, and I'm going to put some color into this fella. Now, as I said, they're not supposed to be too smart, but what he does, it's pretty intelligent, I think, is he fakes being dead for protection. It's defense. And what happens is, if an animal's coming to get him, as a protective measure, he just pretends that he's dead. And what happens is the animal that was after him kind of leaves him alone. I think that's pretty smart. How about you? There's a little bit of light peach here. And you know what? From that comes an expression called playing possum. That's right, that's where it comes from. Playing possum, when you're faking like you're sleeping. Do you ever do that when your folks come in, you pretend you're sleeping? A little blue for the flashlight. I'll leave a little white space in the middle so it looks like it's a rounded object. That's how you get depth in your pictures. And there you have it. Let me see, maybe a little yellow in the back for a moon, and some blue behind him, make him kind of stand out a little bit. And there you have it. Kind of a sleepy looking animal. Some green for the grass. But I think it came out pretty good. All right, now you take a look at this sleepy little animal, and I'll play a little sleepy music. Ready? All right, let's move on, but first it's time for the gag sketch of the day. All right, now you tell me what this is. That's something on your computer. Okay, you got mail. You, that's E-W-E, as in a female sheep. Pretty cool, huh? All right. And speaking of the internet, you can visit me on the web at bruceblitz.com for more puns, cartooning projects, cartooning tips, all sorts of neat stuff. All right, let's move on. Now, did you ever hear it said that pets look like they're people or people look like pets? I never know which one it is, but it's a favorite around here. And it's a lot of fun to do. And we'll start with the owner of a dog, the man. Now, I'm going to start with my marker. I'll go right with marker this one. Now, I'll start with a real long nose, just like this. Come back around. And a big smile. And a chin. A long face he's got. Now, for the eyes, I'm going to use two letters, the A, twice. And you put little circles on the bottom, and you got cartoon eyes. I love cartoon tricks like that because it really helps to make it easier to draw and remember different ways to get characters. And an ear over here. Now watch, I'm going to draw his hair. I'm going to give him real wavy, long hair. Now I'm going to leave a break right there because I'm going to draw the other character. Now when you see hair like this on him, and here's his neck, put the other side of his hair in here like that, and a bow tie, he might resemble a conductor type. Now let's draw his pet. Now his pet is going to be a dog. And what I like to do when I'm drawing animals that look like people is I like to draw the features that do kind of match up a little bit. In this case, they can both have long faces, so we do that. Now for the nose, well, we'll give him a dog's nose, though. And let me see, we can give him the same kind of smile. That part can be the same. Put some dots for him, though. Same kind of eyes, the A's. And put some black in here. And let's see what else. Okay, now we can't give him a human ear, but the hair on the human will turn into big, long, floppy ears for this dog. All right, let's put some hair over here. And there you have it. Put a little color in this with orange you glad for the hair. Yeah, pretty good. Now, in case you haven't guessed, I'll tell you what kind of animal this is. Well, first we've got Dan and his Afghan. All right, don't put your pens and pencils down yet. Come with me to SeaWorld for our feature of the day, up next. Now for our feature today, we'll go to SeaWorld in Orlando, Florida. And it's an incredible marine adventure park. Now we'll go there, take a look at the animals, then we'll come back here and we'll draw them. We're here at the South Pole. That's right, I'm standing with senior aviculturist Sharon. Hi, Sharon.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, too. Now, aviculturist, that is the study of birds. Like I didn't know that, right? Well, now, what's with the South Pole in Florida?
We're actually standing in SeaWorld Orlando's penguin encounter, and that's where you see all the snow around.
And that's why we see so many cute penguins. Will you tell us a little bit about those?
Sure, penguins are birds. They're covered in feathers, and they also lay eggs.
Okay, now they're birds, but they don't fly, is that right?
That's right. Penguins are actually built for swimming, and they are very good swimmers.
And you know, they're very, very cute, too. And it looks a little bit like they're wearing formal wear, like tuxedos. Right.
They do have the same coloration as a lot of marine animals in that they have a black back and a white chest, and that helps them to escape from predators in the water.
Okay. They got, like, webbed feet. They're little, like, ducks in a tux.
Yes, they do kind of have that appearance.
It's like we're here at Penguin Prom Weekend or something.
Yes.
Well, I want to thank you so much for sharing this. This has been a lot of fun. This has been one of the coolest things I've ever done. Literally the coolest thing that I've ever done. Look at this guy right here. It wasn't just cool, it was cold. But they were really cute, so let's draw one right now. I'll start with the tip of his head. And make a line all the way down here, nice and graceful, and then stop. Okay, now we're going to draw his beak. So let's come down a little bit. And these beaks came in all different shapes and sizes because all these penguins came in all different shapes and sizes. A smile, and then the bottom part right here. It was cold there. It was about 35 degrees. That's why I was wearing that coat. Now, they were very friendly. Very cute, very friendly. So we give them a friendly eye, just like that. All right, now it did look like they were wearing tuxedos. So let's put a bow tie right here. Big black bow tie for formal wear and a couple buttons. All right, now we're going to come back and put his flippers. Just like that. Let's give him a kind of a large front here to make him look nice and full, and then come back. And we're going to continue this line, because that's where the color changes. All right, now let's put his other flipper over here. Let's have him waving. So have it coming up like that. Little movement. All right, now, for his feet. Well, they were web feet. Little like ducks in a tux, like I said there. All right, now, let's have him on a snowbank. Okay, now let's put some color into him. Using black, because that's their color. And go this way, come back and come down, and a little bit in the front like that. And I'm going to leave the white in the center because I want it to look a little shiny. I'll do that over there. Now a little bit of orange for his beak. And maybe for his feet. And let's see. Something's missing here. He's wearing a tuxedo. Maybe he'd have a top hat. That's right. So let's give him a top hat. And let's see what else we can do for some detail. I know. How about a sound effect? Brrr. B-R-R-R-R-R-R-R. And you go like that. Maybe you can even see his breath because it's so cold. All right. Pretty cute little guy. All right, let's go back to SeaWorld and see what else they have. We're here at the Sea Lion and Seal exhibit, and I'm here with assistant curator Randy. Hi, Randy.
Hi, how you doing, Bruce?
Welcome to the show. I'm doing good.
Glad to have you here.
Well, this is really pretty neat. Would you tell us a little bit about all these animals here? What are they?
We have 98 seals and sea lions here.
Okay.
Seals and sea lions make up the order Pinnipedia or pinnipeds.
Okay, so they're related to each other.
They sure are.
Okay.
They also eat quite a bit of food. They eat up to 10 to 15 pounds of herring, capelin, smelt. Big eaters.
A piece, each one?
Yeah, they do.
Amazing.
Quite a bit.
Well, they have these like long faces, a little like a dog.
They sure do. They have long whiskers, a long snout, and they don't actually chew fish, they swallow it. They grasp it with their teeth and gulp, it's down.
Well, I have a dog. It does the same thing. Now, where do they sleep? They sleep on the rocks? I mean, with each other? How does that work?
Seals and sea lions, they pretty much sleep up on land. Sea lions are very social, so they pile up on top of each other.
Okay.
Harbor seals aren't very social, and they're off in their own little corners of the exhibit.
Okay. Did they ever find them in the water?
Yep, they love to hang out and take little naps.
Okay.
They do a thing called rafting. They get in groups, hold their flippers up in the air, and the cool air cools their flippers, and they just have a good time playing in the water.
So it's not uncommon to see a sea lion lying in the sea or something. I don't know.
Exactly.
Yeah. Anyway, how about performing? I always see seals performing.
Yes, seals and sea lions are very bright. They're also loud, but you can hear us behind us.
Yeah, I can hear them now.
That they're going to be the ones that are the best make it to our shows. And we have a seal and otter show. It's just fantastic, which they'll someday star in.
No kidding. Well, you know what? They deserve to be the star of our next cartoon, too. Now, as the star, we'll have him doing a trick. All right, so let's get started, and I'm going to draw a shape which is just like a boomerang. Okay, now we're ready to go to marker once we have that to build on. Now, they had noses and faces a little bit like a dog. So, make that nose, and out of that point, make a smile line coming back like that, and another line over there, and some dots for whiskers, and then you draw the whiskers. And our smile underneath for a chin, okay? Now, for his eyes, well, I'm going to have him looking up at the trick he's performing, which you'll see in a moment. Now, we're going to go over that line that we started with the pencil and define it with the marker. Come all the way around and stop. Now, I'll put his flipper in here, in the back, and continue that line and stop. Come over here and come down, a real bold line. Over here, I'm going to make his front flipper. Over here, it connects to this, and we'll continue that line. And there you have it. And little lines like this to indicate, like, the roundness. And he might be casting a shadow as well. Now, back here, a cute little tail. So do that. And also, sea lions had little ears. So do that. Now for the trick. Well, I can't draw fingers, but we can sort of simulate that by making his flipper look like that. Now for the ball. He's spinning a ball, like a beach ball. Some cartoon effects and accessories, maybe some sound effects, arf, arf. Of course, he sounded a little like a dog. Now let's put him on. Big rock, which is in a regular shape like this, with some lines coming down to make it look like it's got some three-dimensional value to it. All right, now let's put some color in it. Now, some were black, some were red, reddish brown. That's what we're going to do. Make them like brown. And come around. I want to leave a lot of white space because that creates that highlight or shine. I'm going to tone it a little bit. And over here, the same thing, maybe a little bit for his face. And maybe a little red and yellow for the ball. There's some red, some yellow over here. Pretty cool little animal. And there you have it, a cute little sea lion. Now, I've got a special treat for you back at SeaWorld. Well, we've worked our way up to the top of the food chain, the killer whale. And to tell us about this magnificent creature, I'm here with senior trainer Dawn. Hi, Dawn.
Hi, Bruce.
Thanks for being on the show.
You're welcome.
Now, would you tell us a little bit about Shamu?
I sure will. Well, right behind us, you have our oldest killer whale, who's around 25, with 2 of her calves.
25? She doesn't look a day over 20, I want to tell you that right now. Calves, they call them calves, is that right?
They do, and this whale has had 4 different calves, her oldest being 15, who's also had a baby.
So that makes her a grandmother?
It sure does.
Incredible. Now, I noticed those teeth. Will you tell us a little bit about those?
Sure, they're kind of hard to miss. They have around 48 to 52 comically shaped teeth used for ripping and tearing.
Well, this is a cartooning show. That's good, because we always want comically shaped teeth.
No.
And you see, that's what...
I said conically shaped, like a cone.
Conically. I knew that. Okay, well, is there any way we can see this animal up close and personal like that?
We sure can. Why don't we go do that next?
Terrific. Let's go.
Okay.
Whoa! Pretty cool.
Hey, cool.
Hey, Dawn, can you tell us a little bit about some of the features?
I sure can. Well, if you're looking at his head region, you're going to see his eye right here. That's a false eye patch just behind his eye. He has a blowhole on the top of his head, and then obviously a dorsal fin on his back. And even right there, those are his pectoral flippers.
Very cool. Well, thanks, Dawn. Thanks for showing us.
You're very welcome.
Makes a whale of a sketch. Let's go back and draw this great animal. And because this is a whale of a sketch, we'll start with a big shape. And I'm going to start with a football shape. And it is a football shape, a little bit flatter than a real football, but that's the shape we're going to start with. Now up here, we're going to draw a line like this for his mouth. And up here, it comes up a little bit for his head. And that's all we need to do. Now we're going to switch to marker. All right, now right about halfway back, I'm going to start with his dorsal fin. Comes up and down like that. Now I'll go forward on that line and stop, and then come up just a little bit, and then for the front of his face, and a big smile. That's what it looks like they're doing, is smiling. Now over here, we'll put his eye. All right, now over here, his mouth, and those conical teeth that we were talking about. All right, now over here, some lines like this, and then make it full again, coming back out. And over here, that's called a pectoral flipper. It comes out and back in like that. Now we're going to continue this line behind that flipper and come around there, Continue over here, and now for the tail fin. Just like that. All right, now for the coloring. Now this is important. Right about where the smile ends, put a line there and come around. Stop there at the flipper, and come here and go all the way around, and then make some fancy coloration down there. Now over here, this is that eye patch. False eye patch. That's what predators think is the eye. That's what they go after. All right, now it's time to put some color in. Start with my black color sticks. They're black and they always look shiny. So I'm going to lay it down on its side and color the top and let it kind of get a little lighter towards the center so it does have that shiny look to it. Okay, a little bit over here, and the pectoral flipper and the tail fin. And he really and truly is a magnificent creature. And it was great to see this creature up close. And that's the purpose of going to places like SeaWorld. All right, now for some water, use some blue. And down here, go back and forth. And where he may have jumped out of the water, how about a swirl like this? And some cartoon effects and accessories, maybe some drops coming up. And how about a sound effect? Like, not splash, that's too small. He's got to be sploosh. There you have it, a killer whale and a killer sketch. Well, I'd like to thank the folks at SeaWorld for showing us around. We had a great time down there. And for more information on features like this, visit me on my website at bruceblitz.com for drawing tips, cartooning tips, crafts, projects, all sorts of neat things. Now stay tuned for cartoon doodle tricks. All right, welcome to today's Doodle Tricks, and I'd like to welcome my friends who stopped by in the studio. Hi.
Hi.
All right, now we're going to start with a nose. That's right, we're going to draw a nose, just like this. Now, what kind of animal, what kind of dog likes to sniff? Anybody? How about you, Dana?
A bloodhound?
A bloodhound, that's exactly right. Now, we'll draw a bloodhound nose right over here, which is an oval. And we'll fill that in. Just like that, leaving that little white space, makes it look like a shiny dog nose. All right, now I'll put some eyes in over here, which are some more circles. Have them looking straight ahead. And some happy eyebrows facing upwards. All right, doesn't look like a bloodhound yet, I know. Let's add some more detail, like some hair. Now watch this. Start here at the eyes, make a line come all the way around, past the nose and up, and a big smile. And we'll close up this nose over here for an ear. Some whiskers, a neck, and sound effects for cartoon effects and accessories, because they like to sniff. We'll write sniff. Pretty good, huh? Okay, now I'm going to take some chalk. I'm going to color this in. All right. Who likes to draw? You like to draw? Yeah. Good. All right, here we have it. All right, let's do another one. And this time we're going to draw an acorn. That's very simple to draw. Watch this. Big shape up here like this. And a bottom part like this. Looks a little like a badge, doesn't it? Yeah. And put a line up there and some crisscrosses there. All right, now, what animal likes to eat acorns? Anybody? How about you, Abraham?
A squirrel?
A squirrel. That's exactly right. So right here we're going to put a triangle shape. That's his nose. Now let's put his eyes in up here. And some eyes, big expressive eyes. And eyebrows going up. And right out of that nose, right from that point, we're going to make a smile coming this way and one coming out this way. And some dots for whiskers and some lines for whiskers. And right here, some ears. Oh, can't forget his ears. And teeth. And that's how he eats the acorn. And I'm going to use a color stick on this one, gray. This is called Make My Gray. Lay it on its side and go over the whole drawing. And right here in the center, I'm going to use a little pink punk. That's what it's called, for the nose. And there you have it, Earl, the gray squirrel. Well, that's all the time we have for today, and I hope you've enjoyed it at home, and I hope my friends in the studio did too. Now, for our Blitz tip, I think it's a good one. Cartooning. Run with it, have fun with it. And you know what? You've won with it. Have a fellow here running with all his papers flying around. I'm Bruce Blitz saying thanks for being with me, and help me out, guys.
Keep on cartooning.
Just like they said.